Excellent. All right, cool. So what Sam and I are going to do is we are going to get his map and convert it, well, not convert it, but change it so we can use it into an animated GIF, so it'll animate frame by frame, and it's only going to be one file. So what we've got here is Sam's, you can say hi, Sam. It's being recorded. There we go. That was great. So we've got Sam's maps here. So we've got his main map that he's used as reference. We've then got his contour lines. We've got his choropleth, and we've got his topographic. Okay, so they're all separate files, and they've all got a clear background. So you can see the layer there. They've all got a clear background. So the first thing we're going to do is find the first map, which is going to be that one there.
The lady of the library was wondering about the 4 cameras.
Yeah, I'll bring them back today. Excellent. So here's our first map. So what we want to do is put our second map over it, which is going to be the choropleth, is it not? Yep. Excellent. So what we want to do is basically copy that. All right. Go back to our first layer and paste that in. And now it's covered there. Okay. And what we can do too is going to be a bit tricky. And with the opacity, we can bring that down a little bit. And so you can actually see that kind of overlaid there. Alright, there we go. Kind of hard because the map below it still has quite a bit of colour to it. But that's okay. We'll just kind of bring it up, I think, to about there. So we can see that colour, or even to about there. Alright, there we go. So we can see that. Alright, and then we want our contour lines, yeah? So we copy that. And paste that as a new layer. Alright, there's our contour line. So you can see that we've got to move it because it's not right over. Excellent. There's our contour lines. And then lastly, we need our topographic. So copy that. Go back to our first layer. Paste that. Excellent. There we go. So now we've got every single layer here. But what we want to do is we want to actually animate this. So what I might do is I might bring that up first. Alright, we want to actually kind of show this as an animation. What's up, Fred?
I've done this 800 metre line.
Yep.
Would that be 800?
Well, what you need to do is find the next main contour line, which is 600.
Yeah.
Okay, so
There's 1,000.
So if that's 1,000, that's 800, and that's 600, you need to count how many lines between it, and then figure out, alright, what is that interval going to be to reach that line? Because it'll all be the same.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anyway, sorry. Okay, cool. So what we need to do is we need to make a new timeline here. Okay, so if I create, we don't want a video timeline, we want a frame timeline. So how this works is, with the frames here, whenever I create a new frame, whatever is shown on this main screen becomes a new frame. So at the moment we've got that on there, and if I click new frame, there it is there, so you can see I'm showing that. What? Cecilia?
Well, what do you do after you've done that? Like, what's the second layer?
Remember on the PDF I sent, it has
yeah.
all that stuff?
Yeah.
Read that one. Cool. Okay, so here's our second frame. So if I change this and put that image on there, that becomes our second frame. Okay, so there we go. Now I think what we can do too is make another frame, but then bring the opacity down here. So you'll actually see it fade into another frame, and then we'll see it fade again. So not only will we have that map on there, but we'll see it fade between the two, which is kind of cool. And then we'll do another one, and then we might bring it back up again. Brilliant. Good work, Brandon. All right, and then we'll do another frame here, new frame, and we'll put our contour lines on there, and then we'll do a new frame, and we'll put our topographic on there as well. Okay, and then we're done. So now, if I actually play this back, you see I've got 5 seconds here, so we want to probably, we could probably do 5 seconds. If I play that, it'll count 5, and then it'll go to the next one. Eventually. There we go. It's a long 5 seconds. And then it'll go to the next one. And then it'll go, as we can see it fading through, it'll go to the next one. So I'll let that play. Bryce?
When you do the height,
Yep.
would you colour inside that bit there?
It depends on what you want your colour to show. So you might say, right, I want red to show between 400 and 500 metres. So you colour in between that. And then you might say, I want another colour to show another height. So you've got to pick what colour is going to represent one height.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's up to you on where you want to do
But,
it.
like, I colour all, like, that bit there.
Yeah, if that's all 500 meters and you say that's all red, then yeah, colour all that
I
in.
colour inside that bit there with the line is and with the dark line.
Yep, because technically that's still 500 meters, isn't it? That's 4 to 5, and that's 4 to 5. So you might say that's all red. The next one, you've got 5 there again, so you've still got 4 to 5. So what I would do is probably say, instead of a big range like that, I would say maybe 450 to 500 is a colour, and then 400 to 450 is a colour. And that way you'll actually see a difference between those.
So we don't have to do different colours between each.
No, you can do a range. Again, have a look at Mitch's. He's got a range, I think, between 100 and 200 for his colours. Cool.
Do I have to leave a spot for the legend?
Yes, needs to be on the map.
Alright.
Cool. And there we go. So what we might do, this has been a long video, we can bring that, I think we bring that down to 1, 2, maybe 2 seconds. 1, 2 is a bit quick, but we'll have a look. So we'll do 2 seconds.
Can we make it so that, like, fades into
Not with an animated GIF.
Okay.
In Keynote, yes, that's no problems at all. But in an animated GIF, no. But the good thing with the animated GIF, say over a Keynote file, with a Keynote, you have to, for someone to see a Keynote, you know, they've got to have Keynote.
Yeah.
You know, or you've got to export it as a video or whatever.
Yeah.
With a GIF, you can look at it in your email, you can look at it on Safari, you know, and it can animate to anybody.
Yeah.
And the file sizes are really, really small.
Yeah.
That's why they're really cool. They've been around forever. So there's just 2 seconds between it. So the only thing I think we should probably do here is maybe name what we're showing with these maps.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing this, but we're not knowing exactly. I guess we know what they are, but other people might not know what they are.
Can I use a different colour camera marker for like another
Yep.
layer?
All right. So I think the only thing we need to do now is to name the map and what we're showing. So I think this is probably the only one that needs it. So to do that, again, what we're showing here is we need to go into text tool, stay on that layer, and type it in. So you're in charge. You have to do something here. So you type in what you want me to see.
Can I hear spell it?
You're in charge. It's your map.
I think so.
You think so? Alright, that's alright. So, look at that. Maybe center that. So again, what's going to happen now is, if you can see that, it's going to say it on every single layer.
Yep.
Because we need to go back and say, right, on this layer, I don't want to see that. On this layer, I do want to see that. On this one, we don't need it anymore. Don't need it, don't need it, don't need it, don't need it. Okay, so that's cool. So I reckon, you happy with that? Excellent. So now what we do is
Could
file.
we change it to, like, a black?
What's that, sorry?
Could we change it to black?
Oh, the font?
Yeah.
Oh, we can do that. We can do that. Alright, so we'll just go in here. Change the colour. There we go. Have a look at what we've got. Excellent. Now, I can see 2 things that you're missing. Actually, I can definitely see 1 thing that you're missing. Can you remember?
Name.
Yeah, alright, so how do you reckon we can do that?
Do a new,
New layer?
no, slide.
New slide? At the start or at the end?
At the end.
At the end, alright, so new slide.
Yep.
Excellent.
And so when you create a new layer.
Yep. We'll put it at the top here.
Yep.
Yep.
And so then,
So do you reckon make the whole thing wide or?
yeah, make the whole thing.
Yeah. So then what we can do,
And then go to text and then.
so we can make it, make it wide. Everything's gone, but I'll explain that in a second. All right. You're in charge.
Oh,
Simple as that. You don't want to do anything else? Just happy Sam Hudson?
Yep.
Alright. I'm a bit of a stickler, so I like having nice lines. I like things straight. There we go. Alright, so, cool. But here, can you see actually animated? So now what we're going to do is go back and say, right, I don't want to see that or that there. It's all gone, but I want to see it here. And so now, we'll play that just to be sure. So I fade down there, then back to normal. Now topo. Done. Sweet. Alright. And so now, file, save for web. And this is the only thing you need to make sure you do. You need to make sure you change this to a GIF. because that's how it animates. Okay, so we're on the last page there. If I play that, I'll play for it, and off you go. You can bring the colours down if you want to make it a smaller file size, or you can bring the size down. It's quite a big size, but I'm happy with that. I reckon it's a good size. I'm going to save that. I'm going to save the Sam Hudson. I'll save it on the desktop for now. Done. So now, if let's say I want to reply to you. If I actually put that in there,
And then you can delete the...
so you can see it animates in wherever you send it. That's why they're cool. No matter where you send it.
So it's just like one of the things on the internet where you search it up and it looks like a picture, but you have to go into emails for it.
No. If I put this on my blog, which I will,
Yeah.
you'll see it animating in the blog itself because it's an animated GIF. So it'll work on anything. That's where they're cool. So I'll send that to you, and then you've got your finished file. Away we go. Good work, Samo.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's sign off.